What's up, Home Skeleton, Smooth Singer 422, and welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Team. Last time we left off, we just kicked off, Niall? No, crap, I forgot how to say her name. Wait, is it Naomi? Yes, Naomi Kimishima's mission. And apparently some old guy in a wheelchair killed his wife. And it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. The murder weapon can't have been the murder weapon, quote unquote, because it's not long enough and it's a different shape and there's some weird animal hair. And anyway, we're about to listen to this dude's testimony and see what's going on, what he has to say, because clearly if he's lying about the actual murder weapon, you know, he must be lying about other things as well. So we're gonna find that out right now. Alright, what do you have to tell us, man? And you know what I'm thinking? Since it's only like 8 little sections, I'm just gonna listen to the whole thing through. And then we can pick apart what we hear is kind of weird afterwards.
I've already told you people, it was a domestic dispute. I was angry at my wife and I stabbed her. That's all there is to it. So what if I'm in a wheelchair? It doesn't mean I can't stab someone. She was standing right in front of me, so I just shanked her right there. I turned myself into the police right after. You know what happened after that. But what about my hand? I injured it, that's all. How I injured it has nothing to do with this. I accidentally cut myself while I was stabbing her. I know, stupid, right?
Okay. I don't know. He's being not very, forthcoming with his answers. So let's just see. There's one thing.
I turned myself into the... What about my hand?
Okay.
I see. The victim's husband does have an injury on his hand.
Yeah. So this is what I was wondering about. The card Joseph's injury has been obtained. So basically we were trying to figure out if Joseph did in fact have an injury on himself or not. And it looks like he did, but I don't know.
This will prove that the bloodstains came from the husband.
Right. Well, just like she said.
True. These pieces of information do share a common bond. The blood on the victim's sleeve is type O. Joseph has a wound on his right hand, and he himself has type O blood.
Well, that's pretty much neat and in a bow for us.
There's little doubt that the bloodstains on the sleeve were left by him.
Joseph's bloodstain has been obtained.
That doesn't prove that he killed Alma, though.
Right.
We'll need more evidence to be certain. Let's keep investigating.
Okay. I think that's all
This is one
we can
of a
do.
sore case. There's so much about it that's hard to believe.
You don't think the husband did it, Dr. Kimishima?
Who knows? Anyway, let's put the facts we know so far in order.
Oh boy, I suck at this part.
The reason why it's doubtful that the victim's husband is the murderer is because...
The fact that doesn't fit if Joseph is the killer is that he's short-tempered, his hand is injured, he hid the real murder weapon, he's stubborn. Where's the real murder weapon? I could be wrong, it could be that his hand is injured, but I want to know where the real murder weapon is.
Yes, the knife he says he used could not have caused the wounds she died of.
That's true.
There are other reasons to doubt him too, no matter what weapon he used. Pushing it all the way through a human body would require a lot of strength.
I mentioned that earlier.
But he's...
It would be difficult for Joseph to stab Alma all the way through her chest because He can't stand, he can't move his arms, he can't see, he's too hard-headed. If I'm sitting down, I feel like I would need to be standing up to put some leg into, you know, my thrust if I'm gonna stab someone through, all the way through their chest. Just straight up arm strength? I don't know. I feel like you would probably knock them down, but you wouldn't stab them through the chest.
Indeed. He is wheelchair-bound and cannot stand under his own strength. Would he be able to kill someone like this while sitting in a wheelchair?
Maybe she was laying down. I mean, if she's laying down and she's below him and he's sitting down, maybe. Because he could just use downward motion, but I don't know. We don't know we don't know what position she was in when she got stabbed.
His hospital records make it clear that he can't stand up at all.
Huh.
Yes. The shape of the weapon and the details of the death make it unlikely that he's the murderer.
Right.
Still, he insists that he's the one who killed her.
Why?
I don't get it. Usually people lie to avoid being blamed for a crime.
Is he trying to hide, like protect someone?
Huh. You have a lot of experience with lying, Mr. Investigator?
Hey, we agreed not to bring up the past, didn't we?
Uh-oh.
But why would he want to make himself the criminal?
All I can think of is that he's defending somebody else.
Same thing I thought.
Either that, or covering up an even bigger lie.
Oh, maybe.
That doesn't change what I need to do at all.
Nope. Find out. Get to the bottom of it.
Contact HQ about the inconsistencies we've discovered and interrogate the husband again. I'm going to the crime scene. Tell them that, too.
Understood. I'll get authorization immediately.
Alright, the scene Mountain House can now be investigated, and that's exactly where we'll be headed. Okay, so this is the crime scene. So let's begin the investigation. What is this?
It's a shard of glass. What could that be from? Supposedly, only Joseph and the responding police officer were at the murder scene.
Okay.
If that's the case, then...
Huh. The shard of glass found at the scene was a piece of something, but what's odd about it is no one noticed it until now. No one knows how it got there. There are no other pieces around. It could hurt if you step on it. Well, no one cares if you stepped on it. This isn't really... But where are the other pieces if it's a broken shard of glass? Exactly. Where is the rest of the glass?
Yes, there were no other shards of glass in the area. The police wouldn't be so foolish as to contaminate the crime scene. I'm beginning to wonder if someone there had cleaned out the other shards of glass.
Oh, someone came up? Okay.
I could send this shard to analysis. We might learn something about it.
Okay, so that's what we have to do. No way. If you're looking at what I'm looking at, then a certain piece of evidence comes to mind.
There's an inscription on this clock. To my loving father and mother from Abby. A gift from a family member? Huh. Why does this decoration look familiar?
Yeah. Regarding this clock found on the table, that star shape was also seen on bruise on corpse's hand, bruise on corpse's head, wound on corpse's shoulder, wound on corpse's cheek. You remember her head and she had those little star-shaped bruises? There it is.
That's right. It's the same as that star-shaped bruise on the victim's head. The murderer could have struck the victim with this clock. I need to take this back and carefully investigate it.
Okay. What else is there? I'm trying to see what else is there. I really don't want to go through the whole process of just like you know, spraying and powdering everything. Let me see. You know what? I might have to do that though. Okay. Let me see. I don't know what I have to do. Well, I could head back. I'm gonna head back and try to link up what I have already. Oh no, not here. Okay. Let me try to link up some stuff. So, clock, star-shaped bruise.
Huh. The decoration on the clock matches the victim's head wound, but this couldn't possibly have been the fatal blow. I need to know exactly how this wound would have affected her.
Okay. Clock murder weapon has been obtained. The decoration on the clock matches the bruise on Alma's head. Could have been the murder weapon.
Little guy, could I bother you for a moment?
Anytime. How can I help?
Well, the wound on the victim's head was caused by a clock found at the scene. I want to know what that wound would have done to the victim.
Okay, I get it. I'll start looking into it right away.
Let me know the moment you get some results.
Okay. Alright, so he's looking into that. And he needs to look at this glass shard.
Hey, little guy. Your turn.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you need something analyzed? Just one moment.
Well, what did he expect? We were asking him out to dinner?
There's some kind of compound on the concave surface here.
Any details?
It's wine. Yep, no mistake.
So, there's wine on the inside of this piece of curved glass. That means this shard comes from...
Traces of wine were found on the piece of glass found on the floor. It's likely the glass was part of a wine glass, part of a fishbowl, part of a vase, part of a chandelier. Well, if there's wine on the glass, then, you know...
That's probably right. Then again, there could be some oddballs who drink wine straight from the bottle or something.
Perhaps. Let's assume for the moment that it's from a wine glass. A little more investigation may provide us with more information.
Glass shard has become broken wine glass. Okay. The circular area of hemorrhaging would be caused by application of pressure. What made this shape? What is this? Okay, never mind. The glass shard found at Alma's murder scene came from a wine glass. I need to know more about it. Well, this is a fragment of the wine glass. You want me to analyze it further? Yes, all we know right now is that it came from a wine glass. Can you look for any more details that might tell us more about it? Alright, I'll need some time to do that. Okay. Well then. Black bruise. Okay. Well, that's all we can link up for now, right? Okay. I think we have to go back to the crime scene, right? Okay. Oh man. What am I looking for?
There are traces of something having been burned in this fireplace.
Okay.
It's something other than firewood. I wonder if there's anything left.
Interesting.
Oh, I've got something. What is this?
That'll definitely have to be analyzed.
There's something else here, too. Is this fur?
What the?
What is this doing here?
What is going on? Okay. Alright, let's head back to the office and try to see what we can figure out. As soon as I can find my cursor. Well, I'm thinking something about that fur / animal hair. Yeah. What is this in comparison to this?
These two hairs appear to be the same.
Okay. Mysterious fur has been obtained.
If that's the case, then the hair from the fur was on the victim's clothing. Why, though?
That's what I want to know. Okay. The hair found on Alma's clothing is the same as the hair found in the fireplace. Analyze this for me, please. Oh, you can't? What? Okay. These ashes found in the fireplace seem to have been from some kind of paper. But what is it? I don't know if there's anything else we can link up, right? Okay.
Dr. Kimishima, I need to tell you something.
Oh, tell me away. Tell me.
Is it good news?
No.
No. Another corpse has been found.
Oh, what?
Give me a break. I'm already in the middle of investigating a case for you.
Well, the thing is, it might be related to the Alma Parker case.
What the?
What do you mean?
A female corpse was discovered in a warehouse at the harbor. The victim is identified as Abigail Parker. She's Alma Parker's daughter.
Oh.
What?
Yes, it's not just Alma now.
What is going on?
Her daughter's been murdered as well.
My God. Is there any connection between the two cases?
We don't know yet, but
I mean, mother and daughter dying within what, a day?
considering the timing, I believe there's a good chance that they're related.
All right. Send the corpse over here. I'll perform an autopsy.
Right. I was going to come over and tell you about the clock anyway. I'll load all the information that we've confirmed onto the computer, too.
Okay.
Huh. A man who comes to visit bringing a dead body as a present.
Cute.
You're the worst guest ever. This kind of thing tends to upset people, you know.
Hey, come on. This is my job.
I'm joking. I'll have a room ready.
Yes, that would be helpful. I'll see you later then.
You can now switch between corpses to examine in the evidence room. Oh. 2-day-old corpse has been obtained. Okay. Okay, just to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. But yeah, let's examine that other corpse, her daughter's corpse. See what we can find.
The daughter of Alma Parker, the first victim. Abigail Parker.
Uh-oh. What? What was that about?
These were her last words. I'm not making any promises, but I've heard your words.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we can switch between corpses. So yeah, obviously we're gonna look at Abigail's corpse. Let's look at the effects first. Phone.
Oh, this is the cell phone that Abigail was carrying. It won't turn on. Is it broken?
Analyze that.
This should be sent in for analysis.
Mhm.
It may have some useful information.
I was thinking the same thing. Alright, Yo, what is up with this hair? I see this, but what is up with this hair?
Abigail's hair isn't black. I've seen this black hair before. It's...
The black hair that I noticed on Abigail's clothing was also seen on the crime scene floor, on Alma's corpse, on Alma's clothes. I've never seen it before. Well, actually, it was on her clothes as well. Familiar hair has been obtained.
That's right. It was animal fur.
That seems to be everything that I could see of interest in Abigail's personal effects. Really? We don't want to look at this? Okay, well... let's look at the body now, I guess. Okay, this is Alma Parker's daughter, Abigail. Let's begin the autopsy. Okay, wow. Same hand wound?
This is a cut. It seems like it was inflicted intentionally.
Wound on right palm has been obtained.
I feel like I've seen a similar wound somewhere before.
Obviously you have. Nothing. And...
there's a deep wound on the chest. This must be the fatal wound.
I would say so. Abigail's wound has been obtained.
This stab wound has an odd shape. I've seen this somewhere before.
I think you have. That should be all I can learn from examining Abigail's corpse. Hey, I think we have tons of stuff to link up. Tons of stuff. Let's link them up right now. Okay. Alright, how about this mysterious fur and familiar fur?
Just as I thought, these two hairs are identical. So we know that the hair from the fur found in the fireplace at the murder scene was on both of the two victims. From this, we can deduce that
the fur found in the fireplace was also found on the two victims. This leads to the conclusion that they were wearing fur coats, the killer wore the fur, and animals in the evidence room Well, that's a problem. They were killed by a monster. Okay. I don't think it was this. They were wearing fur coats? Well, I mean, we would have that in the effects, right? But the killer wore the fur? Wow, that's a good conclusion. The card fur coincidence has been obtained.
Indeed. The murderer had been wearing or using the fur somehow.
Okay.
Thus, it's not surprising if we found evidence of it with both the victims.
Huh. I'm gonna need Homeboy to analyze her phone for me. Oh, do you need something analyzed? Is this Abigail's cell phone? Obviously. Yes, can you see if it can be repaired? We might be able to learn something from it. Gotcha, I'll get on that. Good, good. Abigail was found dead for 2 days before her body was discovered. Okay, how about...
These murders are too similar for us to dismiss the possibility that they're related. The wound on Alma's hand wasn't caused by external trauma. While Abigail's wound was obviously made using a sharp tool.
I could think of something.
At first glance, these may seem to be completely unrelated. However, if we consider any similarities or connections between the two corpses, these wounds may indicate some hidden link that we haven't discovered yet.
The card Wound and Bruise has been obtained. I can think of one thing, but I don't want to ruin it. Okay. The stab wound in Abigail's chest looks similar to the one on her mother's. This bears investigating.
Little guy, can we tell anything from this wound?
One moment. Let's see. The stab wound in her chest is the same shape as Alma's stab wounds.
Is that so? My hunch was right. This proves...
Alma and Abigail both have fatal stab wounds in the same shape. This indicates that the murder weapon is the same. They have the same killer. They died at the same time. There was the same motive. Okay, I'd say the murder weapon is the same. That's the most obvious conclusion.
Yes, both murders were committed using the same weapon.
So were they murdered by the same person?
That's a possibility.
It's likely, but there's no conclusive evidence of that just yet. The wounds aren't exactly the same. There's something very different about them.
Where?
Oh,
It's...
I had to think about it just now. There was a difference between Alma's and Abigail's stab wounds, though. The difference was direction of the wound, color of the wound, depth of the wound, shape of the wound. I'd say it was the depth, right? Because in... who was it? Alma's? I think it went all the way through to her back, but it didn't in Abigail's, right?
Yes, the depths aren't the same.
Right.
Couldn't that just be coincidence? They weren't killed by a machine after all.
I can't rule that out as a possibility either. Still, Alma's stab wound pierces all the way through her body and out her back. Abigail's wound barely reaches her heart. These wounds would require a vast difference in strength to inflict.
Maybe there are two murderers?
I see. Is that so?
In any case, it's dangerous to make more assumptions than is absolutely necessary. Let's continue investigating.
Okay. Abigail's wound has become same murder weapon? Alright, we will continue investigating in the next episode, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I hope y'all have a great day / night. And wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Never mind. Adios, guys.